If you're looking for the best Baofeng radios, here's a list you must see. We made this list based on our personal preference and sorted it based on their features, prices, quality, durability, and reputation of the manufacturers and customer feedback. Also, we've included options for every type of customer. So let's get started. At the 10th position of our list, we have Baofeng UV5RA two-way radio. This model has a slightly smaller transmitting distance than its previous, newer model, counterpart. While it is considered by some to be fairly easy to operate, others find it difficult. It comes with a manual, but it doesn't come with the detailed user manual that the BFF8HP does. That being said, it's an inexpensive, durable, and practical option for short-distance needs. It's also great for NOAA weather alerts and up-to-date information. The frequency range might not make it optimal for activities such as hunting or long-distance communication needs, but it would work wonderfully in an office setting. An earpiece, belt clip, desktop charger, and emergency alarm make it a smart choice. It also has a dual-band 7 antenna. The Baofeng UV5RA comes equipped with 128 channels, a built-in Vox function, and an emergency alarm. The Vox function comes in handy if you're looking for a hands-free option for your radio. Moving on to the next at number 9 with Baofeng Pofeng. The Baofeng Pofeng is one of the toughest models in our review, with a practically unbreakable outer shell. This would be a great radio for places like construction sites or factories, as it can withstand many falls. It also has an 8-watt power capacity and is able to reach up to 10 miles. This wattage is also programmable, should you need it in a smaller capacity. The channels are also easily programmable. There isn't a large difference between the F8HP and the F0HP, but you will find the scan to be faster and the unit to be more durable. If you're looking for something slightly heavier and more robust, this is a good option for you. It is compatible with Chirp software, and it requires a license for use. The number 8 position is held by Baofeng UV82HP high-power dual-band two-way radio. The BFF8HP wasn't the only one from Baofeng with high power output. The UV82HP is yet another one in the 8-watt power output segment. Some of you may recall that Baofeng targeted the UV82 series towards both commercial and amateur radio users. However, the UV82HP is a spin-off of the same UV82 series, but only for amateur ham enthusiasts. What sets it apart is its 7/8-watt power output that allows excellent range. Guess what? It also includes the V85 high-gain antenna. You get it, right? High power output plus a great dual-band antenna, that's a recipe for long-range transmissions. There are 3 different power settings available on this radio. They are 1 watt, 4 watts, and 7/8 watts. In case you want to use the VHF range, the power output you will need is 8 watts. For the UHF range, you need 7 watts. There are a total of 3 different frequency ranges available: UHF, 400 to 520 MHz, VHF, 136 to 174 MHz, and commercial FM radio reception range of 65 to 108 MHz. In case you wish to use the UHF range, make sure that you program your handheld radio to stay within the range 430 to 440 MHz. You can program the radio using its keypad or using a computer or a laptop. If you are using a desktop or a laptop, you will need a programming cable along with programming software. The most exciting feature, in my opinion, is that it has a dual PTT button, which allows using 2 different frequencies by merely flipping the switch up or down. Pushing up will allow you to transmit to frequency A, while pushing down will allow you to transmit to frequency B. You can even reconfigure the dual PPT switch to work as a single PPT button. Also, the UV82HP has the ability to send DTMF tones, which means that you can send caller ID or ANI to remote commands that usually require DTMF. It is needless to say that, like any other amateur ham radio, it uses the semi-duplex transmission mode. You can transmit and receive, but you cannot do that simultaneously. Next at number 7 we have BTEC DMR6X2 Radio 7W dual band. DMR6X2 radio is a versatile handheld and dual band radio. It is made for both amateur and commercial use. The radio has a large and bright TFT display that is 1.77 inches. This gives enough room for the display of all the necessary functions on the screen. What's more interesting about the display screen is that it's colored. The radio has adequate storage space. You can store up to 4,000 channels, 10,000 groups, and 200,000 contacts. With this radio, you don't require extra storage space. It operates on two frequency ranges of 136 to 174 MHz and 400 to 480 MHz. This gives you multiple options to choose from, and you get access to lots of people around the world. This radio is both dustproof and water resistant. It's a good choice for use outdoors, and even in severe weather. On a single charge, the battery takes up to 35 hours. The other one-of-a-kind feature of this specific radio is the store and forward repeater mode. This mode uses the inbuilt recording chip of the radio. The DMR6X2 then stops and routes calls on a similar band, or as a cross-band repeater. With this technology, incoming audio data is recorded and forwarded to the designated frequency as soon as the signal drops. The number 6 position is held by Baofeng UV5, our dual-band two-way radio. This second-generation device is one of the most economical yet compact methods, known for its channel capacity. You can directly program it with the keypad, or use an optional cable to process it using a laptop or a computer. It has a multi-band FM transceiver. The frequency coverage of the transceiver is massive. With its dual-band UHF/VHF, it has a capacity of 128 channels. Alongside that, you can also scan priority channels, and there's also an option for the dual watch. Some other features include 1750 Hz burst tone, which helps to ascertain frequencies you want, while 50 CTCSS and 104 DCS codes make the connection privacy settings robust and keep your communications private. This one has a Baofeng frequency range from 65 to 108 MHz, FM radios, 136 to 174 MHz, VHF, and 400 to 520 MHz, UHF. That's why radio transmission covers more comprehensively. Further, the UV5R has voice-operated transmit for hands-free use when you're traveling in a car. It also displays a large LED screen along with an LED flashlight. Now, device reliability depends on its battery life, and this one has it. With a Baofeng battery life of 1800 mAh, this will last up to 12 hours. Therefore, it's the perfect device to go hiking with your friends. Besides, there is also a power-saving mode to conserve battery. Along with the battery, the output power of this device is also commendable with a consistent output of 5 watts. Also, its high and low power features let you select between 1W and 4W depending on your activity. Overall, this product has a multitude of options for you to explore, but might make it a bit complex for people who want more straightforward output out of their radio. Nevertheless, it has all the usual functions and more. So, when you want to start exploring radios and its many features, we will surely recommend this Baofeng ham radio to you since it's one of the best Baofeng communications out there. The number 5 position is dominated by BTEC UV5X3 5W tri-band radio. BTEC UV5X3 radio is designed in the US and well equipped to meet your ham radio needs. This is the only radio with a built-in firmware. You don't have to always rely on a computer to program it. And its updated menu makes it easy to use as well. You will find it reliable and convenient to use. The radio features an LCD screen that enables the dual display of frequencies. From this, you can simultaneously have 2 important frequencies both on the primary and secondary display lines. With UV5X3, you can now scan frequencies in ranges. All you have to do is set the range you want on the display screen, and let the radio scan just that. This saves you time and improves the efficiency of the radio. UV5X3 radio features a dual-band V85 antenna that is powerful and enhances the transmission and reception abilities of the radio. Moreover, it supports external accessories such as earpiece kit, which is essential if you want a secretive conversation over the radio. Using this gadget should be easy as the package comes with a detailed user manual which even a newbie can follow through to get a better understanding of how to operate the device. Moving on to the next at number 4 with Baofeng UV82HP high-power dual-band radio. UV82HP is the second generation of Baofeng's most commercialized UV82 models. It has the background and it walks on its predecessor's achievements. It has a high output that surely pleases most end users, as you don't usually get more than 5 watts standard production. However, this one goes up to 8 watts with 3 selectable powers. These 3 selectable powers are low 1 watt, medium 5 watts, and high 7 or 8 watts. VFO and Mr. frequency modes are lockable through the software provided, which lets you explore different frequencies. You can switch between the two methods. The programming is also very simplified and has additional functions. For instance, the push-to-talk option has been simplified with the use of the software. As this is an upgraded version, this has the addition of features, power levels, and an updated chipset revision that supports the high power it bears. Where this gadget stands out is its multiple selectable tone bursts on a new user menu, letting you select options like 1000 Hz, 1450 Hz, 1750 Hz, and 2100 Hz. One of the best features of this radio is its audio clarity and loudness. You won't be disappointed with it. This is only further succeeded by its solidity. It is not your everyday cheap Chinese product. This one feels great and sturdy when you hold it. The number 3 position is held by Baofeng BF888S two-way radio. The BF888S Baofeng walkie-talkie radio is one of our favorites because of its simplicity. It is effortless to use. Even you can give it to kids when they are playing outside and call them back in with the device. You can communicate in real time and use this to talk to your team members when you're working on a construction site. Alternatively, when you're in a car you can speak to others in a different vehicle. Handier than a phone as you don't have to hold it all the time. This thing has excellent value for money, and if you're not satisfied with the specifications, you can also change it up a bit. It comes with a 1500 mAh Li-ion battery, which you can replace with a more powerful battery if you wish. Output power of the radio is 2.5 watts, not as powerful as other Baofeng radios, but still good enough for communications. Also, when it's low on energy, it has a low voltage alert. This radio has 2 knobs on the top. One knob is for the power. When it's on, you hear a voice, and you know it's on. The other knob is for changing the channels. It has a total of 16 channels. To speak to someone, you need to be on the same channel. However, make sure you're not using someone else's channel. You can communicate with anyone who has the device and is on your channel. This radio receives UHF waves between ranges 400 to 470 MHz. That means no FM or VHF signals. Next at number 2 we have Baofeng UV82HP high-power dual-band radio. UV82HP is the second generation of Baofeng's most commercialized UV82 models. It has the background and it walks on its predecessor's achievements. It has a high output that surely pleases most end users, as you don't usually get more than 5 watt standard production. However, this one goes up to 8 watts with 3 selectable powers. These 3 selectable powers are low 1 watt, medium 5 watts, and high 7 or 8 watts. VFO and Mr. frequency modes are lockable through the software provided, which lets you explore different frequencies. You can switch between the two methods. The programming is also very simplified and has additional functions. For instance, the push-to-talk option has been simplified with the use of the software. As this is an upgraded version, this has the addition of features, power levels, and an updated chipset revision that supports the high power it bears. Where this gadget stands out is its multiple selectable tone bursts on a new user menu, letting you select options like 1000 Hz, 1450 Hz, 1750 Hz, and 2100 Hz. One of the best features of this radio is its audio clarity and loudness. You won't be disappointed with it. This is only further succeeded by its solidity. It is not your everyday cheap Chinese product. This one feels great and sturdy when you hold it. Finally, the number 1 position is dominated by Baofeng BFF8HP UV5, our 3rd gen. It's an upgraded version of our previous review. This is the most potent ham radio of these generations of radios, with a power of 8 watts, twice the power of the 2nd generation. What makes this upgrade better are the 3 selectable power levels. You can select low 1 watt, medium 4 watts, and high 8 watts power outputs. Compared to the UV5, this has the upgraded version of most of its features. We will get into the features in detail now. This dual-band radio has UHF and VHF with frequency ranges of 65 to 108 MHz FM, 136 to 174 MHz VHF, and 400 to 520 MHz UHF. With higher frequencies, this device has a more extended range with better transmissions within the field. Further, it has a 7-inch rubber duck antenna for higher reaching longer ranges. Also, the call button has different functions, like switching on radio channels and loud alarms. For non-ham users, you can program the GMRS and FRS frequencies up to channel 22 legally. Ham radio operators can get in touch with repeaters through this. This device comes with a 2000 mAh battery, V85 antenna, battery charger, earpiece belt clip, power adapter, user manual, and hand strap. Its battery is an upgraded version that lasts up to 24 hours at the standard 5-watt power level. Programming the radio with the cable is easy and saves a lot of time. One thing where this device falls behind is its speaker. With a 700 MW sound, this is not something you go to loud zones with. That's all for today. We upload product review videos every single day. So, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button for the upcoming video notification.